Everyone, the Diddy trial has been somewhat crazy. Everyone who has been connected to him is going into trouble as the legal battle drags on and his past is being unearthed. However, Chrisean Rock seemed to enjoy the drama. She's supposedly out here, discussing how Diddy and Yung Miami set her up for a freak-off, and then she went out. Call it naivete or what? But in the videos, Chrisean Rock is being played at a Diddy party, and she looks really happy to be there. She had a sporadic relationship with her son's now incarcerated father at the time. But Chrisean ended things when she discovered that Blueface was cheating on her. However, Chrisean, also known as Yung Miami, asked her to the body party to help her move past the split because she was feeling depressed.
It's called, I don't fucking know, I just stand in the bed.
Given that this was their first official meeting, explain to me why Diddy was acting strangely toward Chrisean. This is when things start to get awkward. As he bowed down to her and kissed her on the cheek, he said she should get her flowers. In the beginning, Day had threatened Lamel Plummer, the founder of Zeus Network, for failing to pay Chrisean enough. Here's the backstory, because many of you may not be aware of this. In collaboration with colleagues, Lamel Plummer established Zeus Network. The focus of the platform was on up-and-coming rap artists, youthful influencers, and other well-known online superstars. Baddies, a popular reality TV show, featured multiple women living together. And you can bet that there were constant verbal and physical arguments. Despite this, people loved the show because it was entertaining and chaotic. With Chrisean being a favorite,
I was the problem. No, it wasn't that you was brought up that you was the problem. It was just that everybody's time was wasted. It wasn't necessarily you by yourself. You came, you left, we never got no group shot. So even if the stunner shit didn't happen, we still wouldn't got no group shot because you left early. You did waste everybody's time.
How?
Because you showed up. Because you showed up when you wanted to.
I know Chrisean, she don't want to talk. She wants to swing on whoever's talking shit. If you run in your mouth, Chrisean wants to swing. She don't give a fuck. Something was gonna go down, for sure.
But the issue is...
But suddenly, she declared that she was going to leave the show because Lamel was underpaying her. Key then intervened in that situation. During the celebration, Chrisean explained in detail how Diddy took Lamel and her to a secret area, where he essentially grabbed Lamel by the neck, roughed him up, and threatened to demand payment from him for the performance.
Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a house, his backyard with a fat bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever. And then me and Lemmy go upstairs. They tell him that he can't bring his security. He went in like a little bitch with no security, so it's just me and Lemmy. We go up in there. Hold on. We go up in there. We go upstairs. He like, what's up, Diddy? You met Chrisean. You gave her kisses on the cheek. Early on in the party or whatever. We just wanted to follow up. I'm glad that you Chrisean. And then he grabbed Lemmy by his neck. It was like, but do you fuck with her? Like, don't play with her. All she needs is love. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. And I didn't understand that till my checks start coming back short from the subscriptions of Crazy in Love, till he started putting people, like personally putting people that doesn't for me, that I had like street beef with on the show. Where's the security at when all them people thought at, like, it was just like, come on, yo, you playing through the. And I'm so happy I ain't, like, you got jacked up for that shit already. So
Me that you don't think it's strange that Diddy would battle for Chrisean in that way. Based on what we know, he wouldn't have done that unless he had a secret goal. Lamel now denied Croc's allegations that Diddy had jacked him up. In a now-deleted Instagram post, he clapped back by calling a cab about the event. Additionally, he was asked the same topic again in a subsequent interview on the Morning Hustle show, but he somehow sidestepped it without responding with a definitive yes or no.
Things where people come out, like you had Chrisean come out. She did say that Diddy, y'all had a moment, right? That he actually roughed you up a little bit, I guess, on the behalf of her. Was that true?
Listen, I plead the fifth. No,
yeah. Do you know him? Did that situation happen?
I don't know Diddy. I don't know Diddy.
Yeah.
I don't know him like that. No, we've met, we've sponsored some parties, but I've never had any type of personal relationship. We never hung out and had, conversations about life and doing any real...
Now that you are aware of Keyshawn's purported mother-in-law, drama is Carissa Saffold's lifeblood. About a year ago, she began to spread the word that Chrisean was being considered for Diddy's stunt.
Chrisean, that's what Diddy and what's the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're going to talk about it on this podcast. We're going to get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Thought she... Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't, this podcast gonna be, because y'all know the mama know everything and everybody's business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk no shit about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that was going on. Because they kept calling her, remember, pull up to the birthday party. Come over here and dance on Carisha. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to...
At the time, she sounded resentful and dull, but it turns out that she was correct. People were coming after her, including this individual who said that she was still attempting to use that girl in deceptive ways. Ladies, please keep quiet. I recognize her anguish when I see her jealous of Chrisean, but it turns out she was correct. Between June 2022 and early 2023, Yung Miami, whose real name is Carisha, dated Diddy. During that time, she was scouting ladies for his fraternity. Lil Rod, the former Diddy producer, made reference to these events in his lawsuit. He described a specific evening that he spent with Diddy, Carisha, and her female cousins. That one, he stated, he was inside the restroom when one of Carisha's cousins stormed in, and she allegedly grabbed him and began to descend on him. She followed him as he pulled her aside and left the bathroom. The woman in question allegedly stripped and tried to hook up with him by straddling him in front of Diddy, Carisha, and other people. Jones further claimed that he was sexually assaulted by a relative or assistant of rapper Yung Miami, who dated Diddy and was involved with Oscar winner Cuba Gooding. Junior Jones also claimed to have received video of an R&B artist and rapper, whose identities have been removed from the complaint, interacting with minors and employees. Additionally, he said that Carisha paid Diddy a monthly salary as one of his ladies and transported pink nose candy. It's often known as Tussie. In fact, Rod detailed an instance in which he and the Combs Enterprise were practicing for something at the Water Festival, and he claimed to have personally seen Diddy perform a few lines of candy in his dressing room. In addition to claiming that Carisha was in charge of moving Diddy's content from one state to another in an amended lawsuit. The next day, Diddy demanded Tootsie, but Brendan Paul, his friend and well-known mule, forgot about it. Kristen Curum, Diddy's head of staff, called Kershaw, who subsequently transported it from Miami on the private jet. It is said, of course, Carisha vehemently refuted these claims, claiming that Diddy was not paying her for any dubious activities, especially the $250,000 monthly allowance that was brought up in the lawsuit. Things are going well so far. Yung Miami hasn't been accused or charged in court. But people are piecing together what Diddy did and have concluded that she wasn't a victim of his mess because, in contrast to Cassie, she was involved in whatever nefarious activities Diddy wanted to do, such as scouting and preparing girls for his...
Coming out, we got the act bad joint.
It's an act bad summer.
Yeah.
Why you call it the city girl? So let's talk about that.
Y'all the world's biggest female rap group.
So we acting bad.
Yeah, and y'all with the shits.
So all the
shit, yo, with the smoke, yo, with
Listen.
acting bad. And acting bad is just having fun. Like, we have a good time. We act bad all the time.
So you heard him. If you a city girl, go get you a bad boy so you can act bad, because we acting bad. I'm a something. You heard?
We just enjoying life. Living our best lives.
Best life.
Get best.
Me, you want to know what I do when I act bad? I do what the fuck I want. I'm going to do what the fuck I want, say what I want. That's acting bad. Like,
that's why I fuck with you, too.
Yeah, I'm hanging out the window.
Yeah, you with the
I'm twerking.
That's what the fuck
I'm doing what the fuck I want.
Yeah, you living life.
Yeah, acting bad.
Yeah, acting bad. That's what's up.
So how many rounds you be going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know though.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
Baby, let me tell y'all something. On which yard? This nigga don't go to sleep.
So when Homeland Security raided his homes, they found evidence that his freak-offs lasted for days. From this clip, Carisha knew, and she was down with all the freak-offs. She was down for not going to sleep.
In a live interview, she actually stated that she adored golden showers.
It just depends on how the night flow.
I gotta try this out. Golden shower. We gonna take one more, because that golden shower.
Appears that Croc was one of the girls Carisha recruited. Chrisean did in fact cause trouble for the group, according to circulating accounts. But Diddy dismissed her after one party and never invited her again because he believed she was too unstable and would talk too much. Additionally, the internet is investigating her situation. Rock wouldn't keep secrets. Therefore, hiring him would have been a mistake. Each of these individuals is falling. Combined, they have one thing in common. Hello, it's becoming outside. Many folks think Crow was being prepared for Diddy's freak-off. In fact, it has been reported that she in at least one of them, but other people have called cap on this. So we were curious about your thoughts. Please share your ideas in the comments section below. And remember to use the like and subscribe buttons for more posts like this one.